What's going on, everybody? It's the Fading Fire, and today this is going to be another Eliza key moves guide. But before I get into that, I will be streaming very soon, like in the next day or two. So I will be uploading a video about that. But just keep that in mind. But let's get right into it. First move I want to talk about is her down 3. This move right here. Alright, and of course we always do talk about frame data first. So her down 3 has a 14 frame startup and is minus 16 on block. So minus 16 on block means you will be launch punished, right? Like I said before, around the 15 range is when it's like a guaranteed launch punishable move. She'll do it. Damn, why the hell did she do it so late? Right, so that's a 15 frame launcher, and I just launched her. So that move is launch punishable. But do not forget that this move can be special canceled into. Alright, so with things like that, and like Dark Blade and other things like that. So this moves go from launch punishable to safe in some occasions because you cannot punish it because of the special cancel. You see how fast that comes? So if I do try to interrupt it, you will counter hit a lot of your opponents because they try to interrupt that, right? So you could go with a couple down 3s and don't do anything, and they'll be like, okay, the next down 3 that I block, they're gonna get punished for it, and you can get counter hits and other stuff like that. So this move goes from launch punishable to safe because special cancels. Because of the special cancel plus the block stun, it kind of can't be beat out. And I tried to interrupt it with a down 1, which I couldn't even do, which is like the fastest startup, right? Like a 10 frame startup. So down 3 is very essential to her kit. So you will be using this move a lot, and you will have to keep in mind that you can down 3 and special cancel, and it will be kind of like a safeguard if they block it, because you won't be launched if you use something like down 3 into this or down 3 into that. But if they do block it and you down 3 into Dark Blade, you will be launched for Dark Blade because Dark Blade is launch punishable. But another very important thing to keep in mind with down 3 is clean hit. I don't know if you guys are not familiar or not with clean hit, but as you see in the left side of the screen, it says clean hit. Now, clean hit does one thing for other characters. So Paul's Death Fist, right? Everybody's favorite move. Paul's Death Fist can get a clean hit, and what a clean hit does is adds more damage. So if I'm out here and I don't get a clean hit, right, it's 7 damage. But if I do get a clean hit, it's 10. So clean hit adds more damage for Tekken characters, right? But for Eliza, which is more like a like a Street Fighter special move kind of character, clean hit allows her to true combo into special cancels. So her Dark Blade and Tempest and stuff like that with EX, clean hit allows you to true combo into it. So it will be true only if you get a clean hit. So let's put her on guard all. Stand guard all. Okay. So if I'm out here and I don't get a clean hit and I try to Dark Blade into it, as you saw, it was not a true combo because I did not get a clean hit. But if I'm here and I get a clean hit, that means that is a true combo, and they cannot block after I down 3. So clean hit, it is very important to learn your ranges because clean hit does not pop up on the side of your screen when you're playing the game, right? It'd be like, oh shit, you got a clean hit, fuck them up. But so it doesn't do that. So you have to be around this range, right? You have to be either very close or around like the mid range, like around here. But out here where you're like toe touching, you won't be able to combo into that. And if they block it, you will get pretty messed up for doing that. So always keep in mind the distance that you're doing down 3 from, because you can only get a true combo if it's a clean hit. All right, now that we've gone over that, let's go over some other advantageous things about this move. Now, down 3 into Dark Blade is a true combo, right? We know that, and you can EX it to get more damage. But down 3 into Dark Blade 2, Dark Blade with 2, right? Because you cannot combo with Dark Blade with 1, right? Just so if you didn't know, can also high wall splat, because Dark Blade can high wall splat. What I mean by high wall splat is they get splatted on the wall at a very high range, right? So if you know the wall spacing and all that, and you calculate it very, very well, you can combo into down 3 with Dark Blade, right? So if you know the wall spacing you happen to get at that point at the wall, and you calculate it very, very well, you can down 3 into Dark Blade into a high wall splat, and you will be able to get a huge amount of damage off of that, right? I think I've only done it a couple times because that is very, very hard to see. Yeah, you have to know the map very well. You have to know the spacing between you and the opponent and the wall very well, because it only happens at some ranges, right? I can do it when I'm not in combat, right, pretty easily. But if you're out in about like this range, right, it won't reach. So and they have to hit the wall, because once they touch the ground from Dark Blade with 2, they can tech roll. All right, so they have to hit the wall for it to be a true combo on the wall. All right, and another very, very good thing at this move, is down 3 with Dark Blade Tempest, right? So down 3, down back 1+2, right? That does turn it into a combo starter at the wall, and I cannot tell you how important this is, guys. If you have your opponent stuck at the wall, right, and they're at the wall, and you down 3 and you have meter, use this immediately, because that is true. It's true damage, right? And you know, and if you get it, you have to get a clean hit, because if you don't get a clean hit, right, it's not gonna count. But if you get a clean hit and you bump them into and they're near the wall, you can get some big damage off of down 3 into Dark Tempest, her EX version. All right, very, very good strategy, especially against the wall. If you have your opponent against the wall, which happens a lot in Tekken. So down 3 into Dark Tempest, super good. I use that very, very often. So down 3 is a very, very key part of her move list. And you have to remember all those things like spacing and clean hits and where you are at the wall if you're trying to combo into Dark Blade, right? Because if you're too close, it won't combo. You see that? Oh, she blocked it. Right? If you're very close, it won't combo. So you have to be at a certain range to hit that. All right, for our next move, we have While Standing 1. Right? While Standing 1 is a very, very good while standing move. It's 14 frames, and it's -7 on block, which means it's safe on block, right? And While Standing 1 is also a combo starter, because you could While Standing 1 into Dark Blade with 1. And you can, that is true, as you saw, she is on guard also. While Standing 1 is 14 frames, -7, which is safe, right? So I come to, this move has made me completely remove While Standing 3 out of my game. Because While Standing 3 is a 15 frame startup, right? And while this is only 14 frames, right? So While Standing 1 is faster. But While Standing 3, the very, very most important part is -22 on block. -22 is super launch punishable. Right, While Standing 3 is no good in my opinion, because you have this move right here. No good. I've completely switched While Standing 3 with this move, unless I see like a block hit stun or something, because this move is so effective. While Standing 1 is so effective for ducking under highs, and if you happen not to time it right, but you had that right idea, so they did 2 jabs, right? And you're like, oh shit, he's gonna do 2 jabs again. Let me duck under and While Standing 1, right? And you did the right thing, but you happen to not time it right, and they blocked. You won't go punished, rather than you seeing it, but like, okay, let me duck, and then do a While Standing 3, but they block it, right? You just happen to miss the timing. Then you will get launched for it. So you have to keep that in mind, and that's why I've just completely removed While Standing 3, because I think this move is so much better, because it's a combo starter. You will be getting the same amount of damage, and it's a 14 frame instead of a 15 frame, and it also is safe on block. So this move is very, very good for ducking under highs, right? It's quick, and it's very, very good for punishing lows that are 14 frames, right, instead of 15. So I've completely switched While Standing 3 with While Standing 1. I think this move is very, very good. Very, very good launcher, right? 14 frames for a launcher, a While Standing move, that's super good to me. and safe on block, that's pretty awesome. So While Standing 1 is a very important move, whether you're either punishing with it or if you're ducking under highs, because it's quick and safe on block. So while standing one, I suggest that you use it a lot. And next we got 4-4-1+2, which looks like this. All right, 4-4-1+2. As you saw, it is not a true combo. I don't use this move a lot, but I do use it here and there, because people who are not familiar with Eliza will completely forget about the low. All right, so they get hit with it, and it's only -14 on block, right? So and it does knock down. So if I take care of it, so it does knock down. All right, so you can't get a Okizumi off of it. All right, so this move is pretty good. And in some cases, even though this kind of, you know, is situational, if you play on like 3-bar, or, you know, if you have a bad connection between the person, this move can become unblockable, or very, very hard to block, because you have to see these 2 hits and then down back block, right? So you have to block like this, not just down. You have to down back block. All right, so so on many occasions this move becomes unblockable because of bad connection, because some combo strings are like that. But you know, that's situational, like I said. But this move has a hard knockdown and these 2 hits, and another very, very good thing. Oh, did I talk about the frame data? I think I said it's -14 on block, but the startup is 18, right? Which is kind of a long startup, but you know, you're just using it as a surprise factor. You're not using it over and over and over again. You're only using it. I only use it here and there as like kind of like a surprise factor, right? And then they get hit by the low. And another very good thing about this move is it kind of stops power crushers on certain occasions, right? So armor moves, it's really good at beating out armor moves in some occasions if you time it right. I don't know if I'll be able to time it right. I did another armor move. All right, let me try to time this. Nope, I'll do it right after she does one. I'll just have her do it multiple times. Alright, so you see how I hit him twice, right? And it slowed down the power crush, and then I went into the low and it completely stopped it, right? I've had that happen on multiple occasions where I do it and they're doing a power crush move, and the high and the mid kind of stop or slow it down, and then the low completely beats out the power crush, because throws and lows do beat power crushes. So that move is very good to stop power crushes. If you see your opponent is using power crushes a lot, that move is very good to doing that. So it has an 18 frame startup, and it's -14 on block. And a lot of people don't have a 14 frame while standing launcher. And like I said, if you're trying to cheese your opponent out and you have a bad connection, that move almost becomes unblockable and really hard to block. All right. So for her last move that we're going to talk about is her 4-4-2, which looks like that. Oops, that's not her 4-4-2. And you can remember, you can't hold back to stay awake when you hit this, right? So if you hit it and you just fall asleep, you can't hold back to stay awake. And of course, you can't do it out of her moon glide. But the startup of 4-4-2 is 14 frames, and of course it becomes longer when you use moon glide, because you have to moon glide then press 2. It's 14 frames and -9 on hit. Now, that move is safe, but as well as being safe, it has pushback on it. So let's record her doing it. All right, so that pushback is really nice, because that spacing, as well as being safe on block, that spacing can allow for a lot of things, right, for you to like trick your opponent out. So let's have her do 4-4-2, and then some jabs. Right, so as well as that spacing, right, it can like beat out a couple of things if you kind of like read them right, and you know your opponent, or you know, if you sidestep or side dash, you know, or back dash, and they use something, it's very good for making people whiff and you seeing it and punishing it. That move is very, very good. Very good. I throw it out a lot, because why not? It's safe on block. You know, has that good amount of pushback, so it kind of gives you like space control. It's excuse me, kind of gives you space control. You go for like a down 4 if you know they're gonna do something. You could get a counter hit. That move is just very, very good overall, as well as it being pushback. It does Oops. And it does wall splat. See, now this will be one of the situations where you would want to hold back, because if you don't hold back, you won't be able to combo off of this. So say if you get them near a position here, right, and they're near the wall, and you moon glide, and you just hit them with a moon glide 4, so now they're gonna block low. So you hit them with a moon glide 2, and then you can wake up, and you can also combo off of it. So, you know, in some situations you will want to wake up if they're near the wall, right? But 4-4-2 is a very, very good move. I throw it out there a lot because there is no reason not to, right? Good space control, safe on block, a lot of pushback, and if they block low because you just hit them with a 4-4 moon glide 4, right? Then there is no reason to throw it out. That move is very, very good. But that is it for Eliza Key Moves Guide Part 2. There will be more, and like I said before, I will be streaming very, very soon, so I will keep you guys updated on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you in the next one.